The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Socrates. I think, therefore I am. René Descartes. Life must be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Søren Kierkegaard. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. Immanuel Kant. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. Edmund Burke. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head-on. Yoda, Star Wars. The first step to wisdom is admitting your own ignorance. Confucius. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Oscar Wilde. Man is condemned to be free. Jean-Paul Sartre. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha. To be conscious of being, you need to reclaim consciousness from the mind. Eckhart Tolle. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Epicurus. The most important thing is to be whatever you are without shame. Rod Steiger. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Martin Luther King Jr. The most profound thoughts are those that arise without reason. Friedrich Nietzsche. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. Lao Tzu. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Buddha. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Martin Luther King Jr. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Stephen Covey. You can't step in the same river twice. Heraclitus. The more one does and sees and feels, the more one is able to do, and the more genuine may be one's appreciation of fundamental things like home, and love, and understanding companionship. Amelia Earhart. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Gloria Steinem. The only thing we know for sure is that we know nothing at all. Socrates. If you want to know what a man's like, you need to look at how he treats those who are weaker than him. Ayn Rand. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. Socrates. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill. Everything that is done in the world is done by hope. Martin Luther. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Albert Einstein. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. E. E. Cummings.